Hello and good morning. I know it's a little bit early for me to be on here, but we've got web plasma. I've never been to this site before where the Starship, Starbase launching of the SpaceX's, I guess, are happening. But there's a lot of web plasma showing up, and we know that it's caused by excessive amounts of electricity in the air, you all. It is. And I want to come over there and I want to look at that. Just give me one moment. One moment, you all. We can look at the web plasma. That's what we can. Hello there, Laura. Let's come over here to this web plasma right here. If you are just tuning in, we're going to look at it. I think I have increased the speed to like 2.2. We don't need to be on here that long, but we can watch this web plasma. I haven't checked the one spirographs out. Okay. When I say spirographs, I mean, you know what I mean. But let's look at this right here as this plasma forms from the bottom up. Okay. It expands from the bottom up. Okay. It does. So, it's got the high efficiency plasma lights, which are helping draw that energy that they need to get bigger. It does. And, if you were standing near that area, I wonder if you could feel all the electricity and stuff from it. I wonder if you could, if you're just tuning in. We're watching it, the plasma grow at the this area in Texas. Web plasma is something that I used to focus on a lot. At one time, we would document web plasma all over the place. We would. And it was really exciting because it was popping up. And other plasma was being formed, like the birthing of dark plasma, something like that. And the webcams that I used to go to, they took them down. The 4 prominent webcams that I would go, they took them completely down because it showed too much. You all, that is a lot. A lot. Good morning. You got some, yeah. If you're just tuning in, good morning. Let me hop over here so you can see me. Yeah, I don't want to be on here too much because I don't want to share the screen with plasma. I don't want to cover up that timestamp, but yeah, you all can see me. So we can look at that. I don't know how long it lasts. I don't. So if you're all just tuning in, welcome. Now, granted, it's the plasma webs are forming from the bottom up. They're going up because the energy's way up there. I think it's kind of reached toward the energy. It's expanding, I think, toward the energy. It would love to hold its shape. It really would. I think it would love to get to the point where it's not just kind of translucent like, but I think it would love to get to the point semi-solid to practically solid with this web plasma here in the yeah, you're live right on top of one of those nodes. Wow. Yeah. So we can watch it for a minute. I haven't been on here this early for a little while, but that's okay, you all. We can do it. I can come on here early, and we can look at this because of all the different shapes and all the energy. And we know that the United States has so much energy in the atmosphere, tons and tons of it. It's been nonstop energy. And this area, it's got so much metal and high towers And all these lights, look at that, you all. That is absolutely wild looking. Yes, it is. Yes, saludos desde Chile, Kristen. Yes. Hola. Saludos. It's really neat to watch. Now, I don't watch web plasma all the time. I know they say there's lots of web plasma at the White House, but that's one area I don't even go to. I have no desire to look at the web plasma there. I like to just go wherever my spirit leads me, and this is where I was led. I just sat down and opened up my laptop, you all, and we're going to look at this plasma because it's pretty cool. Yes, it is. Look at the tops over here. It's trying to gain more energy. It's got some solid colors at the very edges of it. I do believe that plasma is living and it's intelligent. It is like a species. Look at these nodes up here, like tentacles trying to reach out. It is a living entity. It is in a plasma state. Everything's living and everything has energy to it. Snowstorm, hello. Diana, Daughter of the Most High, I have a playlist on this YouTube channel about web plasma. And if you would to scroll through those videos on the playlist, there is a video that says, what is web plasma? And there is, I actually had somebody do a scientific video on it too. It was a Roger from Mud Fossil. So these high efficiency plasma lights, even DARPA has, they started planning for this plasma. They have all kinds of interest in it. DARPA and military, government, all these agencies, and CERN, of course, the study of plasma, and especially getting these plasma lights. They do, and they got them all over the place. They do. You can see right here. The plasma lights are absolutely all over the place. I think that's probably the peak of the plasma. That is the peak of the plasma. If you're just tuning in, we went over to the to this place where they got all this plasma going, and it only happened at a specific moment in time. So thank you. Let me put this over here on this this live chat so you all can see it. Hello, you're so very welcome. Yeah, let me put this back to me. I wanted to look at one thing, and I won't share it on here since it's kind of taboo to share it, you all. Yes, it is. I'm going to look for you. I will. I can look for you. That's really interesting. It is interesting because doesn't look like there's any or hardly any rain at all there, you all. Hardly any rain at all in Texas. So that's kind of interesting in that very area. If I could have a different thing to look at, you all. There isn't hardly anything there. Wonder why. I really wish I would have a different map to look at, but I don't, and I can't show you. I can show you something else. Maybe this might show something. Let me see if I can pull it up, you all. You just bear with me. Yeah. Well, let's see. They probably are getting... Can I fix this? They probably are getting lots of energy. This is the running total of earthquakes right here. So I don't know exactly where that place is located, but I wonder if it's around down there. Let me put that back to me really fast. Let me find out the exact Okay, I'll find it. We're going to pull it up, you all. We'll pull that up on the Google so we can see where it's located is what we'll do. Okay, let's go to the screen. Let's get this Google Earth and pull it up so we can see where the let me stop you right there. It says South Padre, Texas. I think it's in Texas. See what they're gonna say. Let's find the location of it. It's okay, right there on the. Right there is where it's located, you all. This must be boats going fast in the water. I'm sure it isn't other beings. So there's South Padre Island. Let me see if I can zoom it out, you all. Now we know where it's located. Isn't that neat how this is like a perfectly, they got perfectly straight lines going through here as if this has been dredged. Look like big old, that looks really weird, you all. Look at this jaggedness. It looked like a big old cavern, a canyon inside of there is what it looked like. Canyons. Looks like big circular mounds. I haven't looked at this before. Big old perfect circles. Probably got alien bases all through here, you all. They do. With this, now there was one time, let me say, there was one time I got all on this Google thing, and I saw a lot of interesting things. I think I did it for around a couple months. I did. Look over here. Look at this. How can this be naturally occurring unless they got areas blurred out so we can't see? I know we're not supposed to be looking at this, you all, but we're supposed to be looking at the South Padre Island, right there where the this area is located right here. If you're just tuning in, we was looking at all this wild looking plasma right here, and we can look at it again. Yes. Yeah, we don't got a moderator in the chat, but that's okay, you all. You're all pretty good. That's right. Yeah. So I think I started documenting these back in early 2021. Quite possibly December of 2022. My subject matter changed, and I documented this for a couple months. They were all over the place. I got a lot of videos on web plasma. I do tons of them. I think it's my biggest well, it's also a live webcam, but it's one of my biggest playlists is web plasma. Yeah. It's snowing in Quebec. Is that normal to be having snow in Quebec? Yeah, hello there in Australia. So you all can see me probably at the nighttime where you're all at in Australia. This is 2 in the morning, a CDT, and 7:16:33 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's good, you all. So that's great. Yeah. It really is. That's okay, you all. We can look at this. Look how it accelerated so fast. The tips, it's literally growing upward. It's growing outward from the energy that is being gathered from the plasma, because plasma needs energy. And you know, we got a big old plasma sphere around the Earth, and a plasma belt-like thing. It's like a radiation belt. We got big plasma belt, plasma sphere. And I'll just say it again. I think that this plasma is living. It's a living entity. It's windy there too. Yeah, 10:48. Well, that's good. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, we do have a plasma sphere. If you're just tuning in, we have a plasma sphere. Let me take you to it. Okay, we can do this. I'll let you see the plasma sphere that surrounds the Earth. Earth. Okay, here we go. Well, this ain't too good of a, and look, this is really interesting. Plasma, there's a plasma pause. We have the ionosphere. Then we have the plasma sphere on both sides, you all. It just literally radiates out like this. And we have a detached plasma region, plasma tail. So let's think about this, you all. We really need to think about this. You know how they say Nibiru has a tail? And now, we have a plasma tail. It's probably millions of miles. How long is that plasma tail? How long is Earth's plasma tail? Let's see if we can get a good gauge on the tail of the magnetosphere. Let's see, you all, just since we're looking at it, you all, the tail of it. And they do have a product on their NASA site that shows this very thing right here. So so we got this bow shock, radiation belts, but the plasma sheet right here, it trails. We got a plasma mantle, and the magnetopause. So we wanted to see, look at this, all these electrons. So in contrast to the dayside magnetosphere, compressed and confined by the solar wind, the night side is stretched out in a long magnetotail. This part of the magnetosphere is quite dynamic, and large changes can take place. There are ions and electrons often energized, and that is exactly what we're seeing right here. Ions and electrons ionized by this plasma, okay, just like the one that's in the Earth, surrounding the Earth and the tail behind it. The ions and the electrons are charged by the excessive energy. Okay, these right here help keep the charge, these big plasma lights, because they emit it and they grow stronger, you all. They do. They grow stronger. But back to that plasma tail. So the magnetotail is also the main source of the polar aura. The polar aura. Even before the space age, observers noted that in the Arctic winter, when the sky was dark much of the time, the brightest auras were seen in the hours around midnight. It was widely believed that the auroral electrons came from the sun. The fact that the aura I gotta get this out. The aura seemed concentrated on the side facing away from the sun, puzzled everyone. And the observations made much more sense after the satellites discovered and mapped the magnetosphere's long tail. So, the tail lobes, they got tail lobes, tail bundles. The bundle of the north of the equator points earthward, leads roughly circular region, points away. So, look, one may compare typical plasma densities. I'm not really familiar with that. Solar wind, all of that. The plasma sheet. It's separating the two tail lobes in the plasma sheet, a layer of weaker magnetic field and denser plasma, typically 2 to 6 Earth radii thick. That's pretty thick. Okay, so that's the Earth, and then you got all this stuff going on. You do. Plasma, convection, magnetopause. Yeah, you can read about it if you want. And we can stick it right there, you all. But I do. I've got a video on my playlist that it talks about this stuff right here. Really good. It's really nice to look at. I actually have this particular diagram in my thing. This is a lot easier to look at. Let me look at this. Can we make this big? Virginia, honey, you already got it big. So, yeah, there's this plasma sheet. And when I saw that, I thought, they said Nibiru has a tail. And the Earth has a tail. This is its tail. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Right there you are. Plasma sphere on both sides. Right here, it's in the tan color. And we got this plasma over here. So, yeah, it's okay, you all. It is all right. We got it going on. We do. The Earth's got it going on. They now got these high-efficiency plasma lights with They are gases. It's like a gas. Don't ask me how gas can light up, but it does. Because it's plasma. Just that's why CERN loves it so much, because it has a life of its own. They love it. They do love it, you all. That's right. So I am going to put this back to me if you're just tuning in. I just want to get on here just ever so briefly. Just this much right here. So you all could see the plasma webs in that area. Okay, you can. Yeah, we're talking about the plasma. Okay, that's what we're talking about. And I'm getting ready to hop off of here. Is what I'm getting ready to do. Okay, I am. Yeah. I'm going to get ready to hop off of here. Okay. And if you come to my main page, you can see right here, you can see a playlist right here. And where is that web plasma? Okay, here's my web plasma playlist right down here, you all. Let's look at the whole entire playlist of web plasma. Web plasma in Dublin, dimensional plasma, and it's alive. So how many? I've got 62 videos on web plasma. 62. Let me enlarge this so you can get some pictures of it. It is really, really interesting. See, you would think, how on earth can plasma attach itself to a building in Dublin? This was my favorite place. This plasma was all over the place. And I think this is the Three Courts building, maybe, in Dublin. They took that webcam down for a long time. They froze it. You couldn't even look at it. And then they relocated their camera's position so we couldn't watch this anymore. This is a really exciting, the plasma in Dublin. That's South Africa, Table Mountain. That's Table Mountain. They had plasma ships. This is really cool. If you were to go to this video, there literally are. Let me tell you something. There literally are. This is documentation of plasma ships coming down right here. You can see them. The plasma ships have landed, and they did land in South Africa. Plasma web. This place right here, they took this completely down. This was the wildest thing, and this was the Hajj of the Netherlands. I think this is where they had, maybe this is where the dark energy was, where they had survivors of the you-know-what, the Holocaust, and stuff happened around in this area or something like that. Amsterdam, Dublin, plasma in Baden, Germany, the Hajj. This right here, scientific explanation as to what is plasma. It is UFO showing up with the web plasma. And people say, well, it shows up when it's raining. Of course, because it's got an excess of ions and electrons in the air, which really makes it spike, you all. Look, this is a good video, too. The intelligent plasma hypothesis right there. That's really a really good one, you all, because there is references in there about its life form. It's a really good one. So the web plasmas are being brought to life. This right here was a good one too. The plasma web giving birth to dark plasma, and it did, you all. It gave birth to the plasma. This stuff crawled out after the plasma took on a solid state. It had birthing contractions. Okay, it did. And it was able to birth. This dark plasma came crawling up out from underneath it, you all, like clods of dirt. And I'm not joking. And it literally formed a web as if it was a spider. This thing right here, you see it? This web, it has literally gained its solid state. While it was in the translucent state, it formed a plasma web. And you know that this right here is not a spider. Okay, it's not. Japan. This plasma is wild. It was wild. Ukraine. Plasma as a life form. Dublin, Ireland. Look at this plasma. See, this is wild, you all. UFO structure in the form of a hive. This right here also. Right here. This was in, I think, Ushuaia, something Brazil, I think, or Argentina. This right here was wild. This is interdimensional. And this is a large plasma ship located on Table Mountain. These aren't just plasma webs, they are ships. Okay, what are plasma webs? This is another scientific explanation. The Eiffel Tower web plasma right here, you all. This right here is really cool too. Plasma ship, plasma video ship. This is big time too. There's lots of interesting. Okay, Nashville plasma. Look, web plasma in Dublin. It literally attached itself to that building. Okay, and there's another documentary. What's up with all these plasma webs right here? Plasma rods. Spider entity. Fourth state of matter. That's what plasma is. What is plasma? Plasma on the sun, you all. That was a pretty cool a live video. It's like a plasma stargate. That sun. You see this sun right here? It looked like this plasma webs were all over it. It was. And this portal is bringing in plasma ships. Okay, British Columbia, energy, Canada also, Odessa, Ukraine, right here, Odessa, Ukraine, all this plasma. And then look at this, actual plasma ship at the Eiffel Tower. Plasma ships at the White House. That was only like the one video I did on there. Plasma ships in Japan. Plasma ships in Amsterdam on top the Eiffel Tower. Lightning strikes in the wide plasma. Starbase. That's what we're on right now. So I'm sorry I went through all of that, you all, but I have an exhaustive list of web plasma, and it's you could even binge watch it. You could. Or you can just go to any particular video. I tried to put these in their appropriate folders so people can go there and they can look for what they want. Yeah. Jay Jocelyn, hello. Good morning, everyone. I am going to go, you all. I wasn't planning on getting on here this early. I wasn't. I was just going to upload the video of the plasma at the that launch pad, but I decided, no, I think I will just show it on here live. That's what I said to myself. Show it on here live. Right here, you can see. We'll just look at a tad bit of it for those just coming in. The plasma is coming from the excessive ions and electrons in the air and these high efficiency plasma lights. And it's the fourth state of matter. It's living. And I think it's all of these, you know what, the big L's, the L strikes, let's say that. All the big L strikes is literally pumping up and priming the atmosphere. It is. And it's sending a lot of energy to the earth too. It is. It's wild plasma. It's okay. Burr, you all. And you know, this also could play a role in the excess of electrons and ions in the atmosphere. Could also play a role in our anxiety and all of that. It you know, it could be bouncing. No. I see something inside of here reaching out. I do. Right inside of there, reaching out, trying to gain more form. And plasma wheel, there. Yeah, you go look at the plasma video when it's given birth. It is the wildest thing I've ever documented, the birthing of that plasma, because it was translucent, then it got semi-solid, then it took a solid shape. It spinned its web, its plasma web, and it literally had birthing contractions, and the dark plasma crawled out underneath it, is what happened. So this is plasma. And you know what? Since it's a short one, I wanna look at it again, y'all. It's one of my favorites. It really is. If we can get to it, and I hope that's all right. If we can get to that one where it was birthed, the birthing of web plasma. Let's look at the very short video of it, you all. If we can look at it.
Why do I care so much what people think about me?
Oh my gosh, I've got my I think my thing. Okay, right here. So look at this. Okay, so we're looking at the screen. That's not a spider. That's actually a form of plasma. It's a darker plasma. They after I showed this video kind of got shadow banned, and they took down that webcam. Okay, this is practically a solid plasma entity, and it gave off contractions. It had birthing contractions like a woman in labor. And these came crawling out underneath it. See, there's another one. They came crawling out. They're interdimensional is what they are. They're interdimensional. And these webcams can pick up the interdimensional plasma is what happened. Let me see if we can. No, it's having some more contractions. Okay, let's look at this part right there. See it? Crawling up. That's real, you all. That's not a joke. You can't see it with your eyes, but it's real. This lighter plasma gave birth to that plasma. It brought it into existence, into this realm. It's like a, it brought it out of the nothingness. It was just there, is what happened. This plasma was there. And it's like a clump of dirt in its structures, like a clump of dirt. And I think this plasma light can get into people. It probably can attach itself to people too, and it's energy also. That's all this video does, I think, is it just shows that main one right here. But if we were to look at the whole entire video, you would want the one that you'd either want this one. Well, no, I'm just talking about gathering the web plasma data. These are all combined right here. This is a long time ago, the birthing of web plasma in wherever this is at. Yeah. So this ain't a joke. It's not a joke. I don't get on here just to show water droplets or things like that. Okay, I don't, because it's much more than that. So much more. And some people may not like it, but that's just too bad. That's their problem. They can get over it. They can. They can do their own research, and they can go apply for a job at CERN if they want to learn more about plasma. If they think that if you think dark plasma does not exist, really, if you think plasma is nothing and that it doesn't exist, then you need to take it up with CERN and the top scientists of the world. Awake. More plasma, more acceleration, and CERN. They tested it. Two plasma diagnostic techniques currently being studied and will be tested at CERN in 2020. That's when I started around 2021 tuning into that. developing a diagnostic tool capable of measuring the uniformity of the plasma with the precision required by awake throughout the length of the cell is a significant challenge. Plasma, the alpha experiment. Plasma is the fourth fundamental state of matter. Fundamental means it's essential, I guess, and it's simple, I don't know. It is a gas with so much energy. The electrons orbiting the atoms have too much energy to remain in orbit, giving us ions and free electrons. Plasma can be artificially generated by heating. A lightning bolt is made of plasma. Electromagnetic fields. So they're telling you the truth, you all. They're telling you the truth. I promise you, this is God's honest truth. This plasma. Let me just read it to you. Plasma is the fourth fundamental state of matter. It is a gas with so much energy. The electrons orbiting the atoms have too much energy to remain in orbit, giving us ions and free electrons. This is important right here, this very sentence. Plasma can be artificially generated by heating. A lightning bolt is made of plasma. Electromagnetic fields. See fluorescent light bulbs or radiation. So that's, it's important. It is important, you all. It's all right. I better quit talking about it because I'm getting a little bit lightheaded talking about that plasma. That energy might try to get through me and get on me. I'm not going to let it. So I am going to go, you all. I got a playlist. You can do your own research. In fact, I would encourage you to do your own research on plasma because it's a very interesting subject if you find that interesting. I don't like to stay on one subject too long at all. I like to jump from subject to subject. I do, because the one same subject, I would get too enmeshed, and then I'd become a very narrow-minded person. I'd only see life through that type of glasses. I would, if I focused on one particular subject, one particular theory. I'd be kind of narrow-minded in other areas. I really would. So I don't want to be that person. I don't. I want to expand my mind, my thinking, and I want to look at all the theories and all the different types of things that are out there. So with that being said, I am going to go. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you for tuning in this morning. So lightning bolts have a lot of plasma in them. They do. And that's a taboo thing. I'm not allowed to show that anymore. I'm not, you know. You know what I'm not allowed to show? It's, I turned it off, you all did. But I can't show it no more because they said it's taboo. All of this lightning, it's tons and tons of plasma, free energy, ions and electrons, and then you compact it with the artificial plasma from the fluorescent lights, and boom, you got yourself a whole bunch of energy. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You all. Love you.